the Barrett Ballroom at the San Jose State University at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow, completely free. For keeping grassroots spiriters campaign, and that's $2,300 charge to get in, folks. You can go and join Michelle Obama.
My door is early.
I know somebody was making a boring announcement that the Barrett Ballroom, San Jose State, there'll be a lot of fun, very exciting. There you go. Now, listen, I'll give you this, my friend.
And my son needs one house, one disabled veteran, and we need one house for our veterans.
Boy, do we. Thank you so much for what's your name? Linda Cortez. And your son's name? Joseph. Please serve him. Wow, it's a great unit. 101st Airport. Well, I thank you for his service, and everybody does here. But we want to thank all of our troops. Thank you, folks. Now, let me tell you what Barack Obama believes about your question. First of all, Barack serves on the Veterans Affairs Committee. And he has worked already on these issues to get additional health care, to open up the veteran centers, to make sure that the budget is a permanent budget at the right level. Do you know that we had to add? I get so angry about this. I can't tell you. I thought we dealt with this when we all came back from Vietnam, and we promised we'd never leave people in this state again. But guess what? We've had to add billions of dollars to the president's budget in order to try and bring it up to a level that's decent and fair for our veterans. He's always standing there with troops in the background talking about how we're going to work. But the real way you define patriotism is to take care of those troops that they come back. Something that Barack Obama understands. So he has promised to provide the funding for the veteran centers, upgrade the budget, make sure that the budget is going to be a permanent budget, create a brain traumatic treatment center, in addition to the eye traumatic injury, which is very significant in the context of Iraq, particularly in Afghanistan, because of the IEDs. And I'm convinced, and the other thing you do is you put a policy in place. And he wants to, but that's the other thing I was going to say. The other thing is to put a policy in place. The best way to respect them is to rebuild our armed forces by using them for what they ought to be used for, which is not day-to-day policing of a war of choice. And that's what we have to do.
Day-to-day policing, yeah.
Look at all these kids here. You guys are great. Thank you.
National Police.
Yeah. It's all about the civics, right? And right here.
I want to know what Barack and what the Democratic Party plans to do about Nickelby, which I, as a 35-year veteran teacher, view as nothing more than a George Bush neocon Republican design to destroy the public education system. And what's happening to our kids is, I talk to elementary school teachers who are going home crying because they cannot teach science, they cannot teach social studies. They spend their entire day jamming test answers into these kids because Nickelby is set up that way, and all they're doing is raising a nation of test takers, and they're not educating the whole child anymore. It's really sad, and it's set for destruction. Education is going to have to bring that because no regular, decent, good school is going to be able to meet those ridiculous standards.
child left behind.
Yeah.
And obviously,
You're putting them behind, not leaving.
it's one of those George Orwell tricks on America, where you pick a name and name something, but the opposite is happening. And here's what's happened. I mean, they are cutting after-school programs. They're cutting safe and drug-free school programs. They're asking teachers to go out and labor a way to identify a child who, through the test, may have remedial needs, but then they don't provide you with the resources to be able to do the remedial work that you need to do. We've got to end this era of teachers who are already poorly paid, digging into their own pockets to make sure kids have the material they need. Barack Obama, and this is where I said earlier, there is a power to his candidacy. Because this is a guy that could have been one of those kids in one of those places, but he has a particular credibility to talk about the difference it makes to have had those values put into you when you're young. Who are the teachers tonight, folks?
Parents.
You got it. That's the first number one big teacher in life is parents. And extended family, when you don't have two parents or whatever. And then who's the next teacher in life? The teacher in the school. And who's the third? Organized religion. Whether you partake in it or not, it's an important teacher in transferring guys. Now, what do we do? I used to be a prosecutor, so I know this issue. And I've talked to Barack about this issue. And I know how deeply he understands this. I used to go in and talk to kids who were in trouble in the criminal justice system. And I wanted to know why they were there. And I never met a kid who was in the system who wasn't there coming out of an abused or a situation where they didn't have parents around, they didn't have adults, and they were left